on air. Okay. You gotta be careful during the halftime when we were streaming still. All our conversations. Hey Jacob, this is Bill Phelps calling from Harrison High School. How you doing today? Today I just want to verify the stream for my third game, 3 out of 4 games. This is going to be the Georgia Northwest All-Star Bowl game. I'm streaming. It says I'm on air. I just want to confirm that if I could. Okay. Okay. Trying to figure out how to do it. Yes, sir. Awesome. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yep, you too. Bye-bye. All right. Restroom.
Joshua Maria of Aylesville. Number 5, Jared Gill, Tryon. Number 6, Martavius Harris, Gordon Central. Number 7, Henry Spencer, Dade County. Number 12, Tanner Rayleigh, Tryon. Number 15, Brent Silvar, Gordon Central. Number 16, Preston Buck, North Murray. Number 17, Pepper Gregg, Murray County. Number 18, Preston Van Meter, Murray County. Number 20, Trayvon Branch of Ayersville. Number 21, Tyler Wiles of Ayersville. 22, Timothy Bowman, Woodland. Number 23, Amalachi Lovelace, Omuchi. 24, Branson Taylor, Green Central. 25, Gavin Pierce, Dade County. 27, Ty Allen, Omuchi. 30, Zane Burton, Heritage. 32, Jordan Baggett, North Murray. 33, Wesley Tapper, of Ayersville. 38, Jordan Tucker, Ridgeland. 30, Drake Stark, Winlow. 43, Henry Williams, Gordon Central. 44, Damian McConnell, Gordon Central. 49, Cole Phillips, Tryon. 50, Julian Beckett, Omuchi. 52, Nicholas Hagan, North Murray. 53, Logan Evans, Tryon. 54, Aiden Rock, Tryon. 55, Isaac Turner, Stanton. 56, Darrell Hanson, Richland. 59, Margarito Gutierrez, Murray County. 66, Joseph Adcock, of Ayersville. 73, Nicholas McGee, Tryon. 75, Jared Spadlin, Dalton. 76, Braxton C. Tryon. 77, Leonard Brown, Dade County. 78, Ryan Reed, Northwest Whitfield. And 99, Elder Morales, Tryon. And now the Giants. Number 1, Sidney. Number 3. captains for the Giants, number 4, Chad Murphy, number 77, Marcellus Gibbons, number 11, A.J. Taylor, number 3, Bankroll Wheeler, and number 7, Jason Redford.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is the Georgia Northwest Senior All-Star Bowl about to get underway. The captains are at the coin toss right now. My name is Seth Bundy, and thank you for tuning in, whether this is your first or your third game of the day. We are glad to have you here. Today we have the Giants and the Generals of Northwest Georgia going at it, and we are awaiting the coin toss to see who will start with the ball. The weather is 49 degrees as it has reached its high. The sun is starting to set behind the trees very slowly. And the Generals have won the toss and elected to defer. The Generals are in white. The Giants are in black. And the field conditions today have been pretty slippery for most of the players. Most of them are used to playing on turf, and this is an all-grass field. So we will see if that is a problem today in this game. It has been so far, and we will see if it continues or if the warming up of the weather helps a little bit, as it seems to have. This is brought to you by the American Youth Council, whose goal is to bring community service platform based on the principles of service learning promoted by the U.S. government's Learn and Serve America program. Service learning combines of Treon High School. And here we are about to kick it off. 2 men back deep for the Giants. And here is the opening kick of this third game out of 4. Kicks it off to about the 9-yard line, who takes it and stutter steps a little bit at the 23 and will be taken down at the 23. Number 11, A.J. Taylor of New Manchester High School, was brought down at about the 23, 24-yard line. And this is our first time to see the Giants offense at work today.
I'm just trying to see if they've got a missing card thing there. So.
The Giants team consists of teams from players from Hiram High School, Chapel Hill, New Manchester, North Paulding, East Paulding, Cass, Paulding County, Lithia Springs, and finish this list after this play. Number 3 takes it to the left side, trying to get to the outside corner, brought down at about the 7-yard line. That was a run by Vanquez Wheeler from New Manchester High School. Chapel Hill, Cass, and Dutchtown are also high schools represented on this team. The quarterback for the Giants is number 15, John Michael, out of East Paulding. He gets rushed on that side, but manages to get the pass out to number 80, also from East Paulding. they have a connection in the past as they both went to East Paulding, so they got that chemistry working already for them. It is now 3rd and 4 from the 30-yard line. They're trying to pick up this first down on the opening drive. One man in the backfield, 3 to the left, 1 up close on the near sideline. Steps back, rolls to his left, and he's going to fumble it, but manages to cover up his own fumble at the 17-yard line. It is going to be a 4th down, a quick 3 and out for that Generals defense. Manages to force a very quick 3 and out under 2-minute drive there from the Giants on their opening possession, and they will be punting it away. The punter is back at his own 6. 2 men deep for the Generals. Number 2 and 22 are back. That is Dalen Bailey and Timothy Bowman, respectively. On to punt for the Giants. Number 17, and that is a very short punt. It rolls, takes a very good bounce, and is fielded by number 22 at the 45, manages to get it up to the 40. Took a very nice bounce for the Giants off the foot of Brantley Malden from Paulding County High School. And so the Generals will start their opening drive at the 40. On the Generals, they are represented, high schools represented on their team are Adairsville, North Murray, Treon, Gordon Central, Dade County, Sonoraville, Adairsville, Heritage, and Dalton. Steps back in the pocket. His receiver slips already in this game. You can see the field being a problem. That was a pass to Trevon Branch. Jarrett Gill was trying to find his man but could not from Treon High School. So on the 2nd and 10, 2 receivers out to both sides of Jarrett Gill. One running back in the backfield. 20 slips as he's coming across, but manages to keep his footing enough to get the handoff and slips down at the 37, 36 is where he fell down to. The footing looks like it may be an issue in this game as well.
Grass is short, the ground's a lot harder, doesn't have that cushion to it, and their cleats aren't made to dig into this.
Most of these guys' cleats aren't made for this. They're made for turf, which is what they've played on most of their high school career. When they come to this, the grass is short and the ground is harder than the usual turf, not as much cushion, so it's much harder to get traction for him. And he rolls out to his left, and he's going to get a fumble, and they're going to kick it back to the 35. It is picked up by number 17, and he's going to run backwards even more to the 31-yard line. It's fumbled again. They are saying he was down on that one, though, and so that only 1 fumble on this play, not 2. It will be a 4th and forever after that fumble from the 30-yard line. After the strip sack, could not recover it, but it will be a 4th and very, very long for the Generals. Just trying to do a little too much was the quarterback there, Jarrett Gill, trying to get that ball out, and it just got stripped. Luckily, they managed to fall on it, and we will punt it away from the 30-yard line. 4th and 30. Managed to get the clean punt off, but it is going to hit the ground at the 40 and roll to the 31 is where it will be down. So not a bad punt, but it will be at the 32-yard line is where the Giants will pick up their second drive, hoping to do more than they could last time. 2 3 and outs so far.
This is the challenge of the Senior Bowls, is that the players are coming from different schools, different systems, understanding the coverage, the blocking assignments.
The challenge of this Senior Bowl is that these players have not played together very long. They're from different systems, different playbooks, and it's trying to get them all together, different coaches combining their playbooks on these coaching staffs, trying to come a playbook that works for everybody, and it will be a screen pass to the right side. And it's just a lot of short plays like this are mostly what you're going to see, as these are easy to pick up, and that will be number 9 for the Giants, Simeon Rouse from Lithia Springs. As the game goes on, we might see some longer plays. That's what we have seen so far in these games, just when the chemistry starts working together and gets better as the game goes along. One of the big keys for both of these teams will be offensive lines and getting the blocking assignments. If those defensive lines are getting in and getting rush on the quarterback and stopping the run, neither one of these teams will be very successful today. The different blockers not used to who they're, and that will be overthrown, not used to who they're blocking beside, will have to make sure that they have their assignments correct, or we could see some hard hits on the quarterbacks and running backs today. It will be 2nd and 10 after that long overthrown pass by John Michael Estes from East Paulding. And it is a fumbled snap, but it is picked up by the running back. Number 11 manages to get that. A.J. Taylor gets the fumble, picks it up, does not allow. There has been a lot of mishandled snaps and fumbles so far in this game. That is 4 potential fumbles so far already, and it is not even halfway through this first quarter. And it is a low snap again, and he will fall down. He will slip to the ground again. The grass becoming an issue. John Michael Estes losing his footing and goes down back at the 32-yard line is where it will be marked. And there will be another punt for this Giants team. So far, 2 drives and 2 punts for the Giants. Good clean snap, and a punt is off. It's a low line drive punt again. It takes a bounce to the side. It's going to stay at the 43, and he pushes down his own man. Questionably smart play there by number 50. But it is just making sure not to fumble that ball right there. And it will be a first down for the Generals as they pick it up at the 43-yard line, trying to get more going on this drive than they did last drive, as last drive ended in a 3-and-out. And it is a handoff to the right side, number 17 of the Generals, Tucker Gregg from Murray County High School, found a lane and took it for about 5 yards. We will see what they come out here with on second down, if they want to go pass or run it again. It seems to have been working fairly well in comparison to this game. 2 guys out left, 1 guy on the far side, 2 people in the backfield with the quarterback, and he hands it off again, and he's going to get another 7 or so yards. Finds a hole, just missed a big gain, a very shoestring tackle by the defense, managing to keep that only to 7 yards. He had all but green grass in front of him. So it's going to be a first down from the 46 for the Generals, looking to keep going on this drive. Number 5, Jarrett Gills, back and hands it off again to number 14. This time it will be stopped. Number 17, not 14. Tucker Gregg from Murray County. 3 straight runs, 2 really good runs. That one was stopped at the line of scrimmage. So it will be second down. Clock is ticking down to 4 minutes left in this opening quarter. So far, it is 0-0. No scoring yet. Not much offense so far. Quite a bit of good defense, though, in this first quarter. And he steps back for the pass. He's got his running back open, and he takes a little bit of a hit after that incompletion. Just a little too far for Tucker Gregg. That is who Jarrett Gill was trying to hit, but a little overthrown, so it will be 3rd and 9 or 10, a long 9. We will see if they can pick this up right here. He steps back in the pocket. He's looking to his left. He's pressure, but he's got a man wide open in the soft spot of that zone. He's still running sideways, and he will be brought down at the 35-yard line. Forward progress marks him at the 34. That will be enough for a General's first down. So off that pass, there's a first down from the 34-yard line. Full bunch in the middle. 10 guys up the middle, and his fullback handoff to the fullback is about 2-yard gain, maybe. He was held up pretty well by that was number 21 from the Generals, Tyler Lyles out of Sonoraville High School. They're going to give him 2 yards on that carry, so it will be a 2nd and 8. And Jarrett Gill will give the team the play, and they will spread out. 2 guys on the right, 1 guy on the near side. 2 players in the backfield, as they have done so far this whole game. It is a sweep around to the left. Number 23 is trying to make some moves, but he will not get the first down. He will be brought out at the 27, about 3 yards short. That was Tay Allen of the Generals trying to... But there is a flag on the far side of the field, on the opposite side of the action. We will see what that is. And it looks like it is going to be a false start. Illegal formation on the offense is what it is going to be. So that play will be negated, and it will be back 5 yards from the 2nd and 8. So it'll be a 2nd and 13 is what the Generals are looking at this point. 2.5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Trying to put something on the board or get some offense going. Jarrett Gill is trying to lead this team. Steps back, looking to his left. He's got a man on a short curl route, and number 12 is going to fight his way for a couple yards. Tanner Rayleigh out of Treon High School gets about 5 yards on that play. I think they're going to mark it at, so he got 6 yards. Gets the penalty back plus 1 yard, and it will be 3rd and 6. 3rd and 7 as they move the down marker from the 31-yard line. They need to get to the 24 for a first down. One guy in the background, that is backfield number 17, Tucker Gregg, along with the quarterback, Jarrett Gill. Snaps it, looks to his right, and he's dumping it off to number 17. He looks like he has some space, but a great open field tackle by number 6, DeMarco Moore out of Cass High School, definitely preventing that first down. If he had gotten away from that, it was a first down and maybe more. So it will be a 4th down for the Generals. And they are on to go for it at a 4th and 5. Down at their own 34. It is an awkward position to be in. It's too long for field goal range and too short really to punt it and make much turnaround. So they're going for it on this 4th and 5. But looking out to his right, he's scrambling. He's looking back to his left, and he's got a man wide open, and he hit just short. Hits him in stride, and that is a touchdown, but he threw it just a little behind him to number 20, and it is just incomplete. So it will be a turnover on downs for the Generals, and the Giants will pick the ball up at the 29-yard line.
Just between you and me, it looked like he could have run for the first down.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was going to do. So the Giants will start their 3rd drive. So far they have punted twice, and we will see if they can make something out of this drive. John Michael Estes is back and is a play action pass, avoids 3 defenders. Throws to number 7, who gets hit, and it's going to be a foul on that. He slipped. There are 2 flags. He slipped, got hit on the ground. We will see if this is a late hit penalty. Possibly is what will be coming. No, it is going to be a legal block in the back on the offense is what it's going to be. So it's going to be another first down and 15 for this Giants offense. So before this drive can even get going, they are 5 yards back. 5 yards back from the penalty, so it will be at the 25. 1st and 14. Under 30 seconds now to go in this opening quarter. Still 0-0, and no team has shown much sign of scoring. And there is going to be another flag on the field. 2 flags. And a false start on the offense. So it will be 1st and 19. With 11 seconds to go left in this game. Or left in this quarter. Quick game. 3 seconds left remaining in the quarter, and he is going to wait until the sound clock ends. At the end of the first quarter, it is still 0-0, all tied up, and no team has looked like they have gone very far. The Generals had something going, got a 4-and-out, or got turnover on downs, and could not pick up the first down. We will see if that's what's in store for the rest of this game, or if these offenses will figure these things out and manage to pick up a few scores in this next quarter. This is the 3rd of 4 All-Star Senior Bowl games today. The first 2 went very well, and we have one more coming up after this. It's the Cobb All-Star Senior Bowl. And we're back. The second quarter is about to get underway. The Giants will start with the ball at the 21 once the down markers aren't set. Yep, they're still going. Rolling out to his left, and he's going to get hit as he throws and almost throws an interception. Number 14 of the Generals had it in his hands, but cannot corral it. And those down markers are because of the penalties. That is why they're not. So it is going to be a 2nd and 18 for the Giants after the 2 penalties right before the first quarter ended. So it'll be a 2nd and 18. And it's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he's going to slip but manage to get caught in the pile and fall forward for a couple of yards. Not much more than that. It was number 3, Vanquez Wheeler out of New Manchester High School, falling forward for about 2 yards. It will be a 3rd and long, as it is 3rd and about 16 yards here. Not much offense being played so far, but the defenses have definitely played very well for both teams through that first quarter. Steps back in his pocket. He's got time. He rolls out to his left, and he looks, trying to find an open man. He gets hit as he throws it, but number 13 is there for the catch. A very long completion from John Michael Estes to number 15. He just threw it up, and his guy went and got it. Number 13, it looks as it appears to be Cameron Gagne from Cass High School. John Michael takes the snap, and it's an option, but he keeps it, and he's running to his left, and he's trying to get it away, and he just throws it away out of the reach of number 4, and it looks like there's 2 fouls on the play. We are awaiting to see what those are. A legal man downfield on the offense and a personal foul roughing the passer on the defense, which will offset, so it'll be a repeat of first down. So it will do that over again. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Two running backs in the backfield with John Michael Estes. There's a handoff on the sweep, and he is back in the backfield trying to find some space, but he will go nowhere fast as Chad Murphy from North Paulding High School gets brought down very quickly. And so it will be a 2nd and about 13. He was trying to find some space from the outside, but could not find anything as there was a wall of defenders waiting for him, sniffing that play out beautifully for the Generals. So John Michael Estes will try to get this team back within first down range from the 3rd down. It's 2nd and 13. It's a close handoff to number 11, and it is a nice run as he keeps pushing up to the 35-yard line. That was Ashton Dixon from East Paulding. So the East Paulding handoff there from John Michael Estes to Ashton Dixon. So it will be 3rd and 5 from the 35. They need to get to the 30 for a first down. One receiver out to the left, 2 up top. And it's going to be a handoff. But he slips down again. Another slip on this game. That was number 3, Vanquez Wheeler from New Manchester High School. That is one of several slips we have seen today. And it will be 4th down. It looks like they're going to go for this as the offense is staying out on the field. And Brantley Malden out of Paulding County High School throws it to the right, but it looks like there's going to be a pass interference call. Brantley Malden, the quarterback out of Paulding County, has gotten in some snaps along with John Michael Estes out of East Paulding. And it is going to be pass interference on the defense, which will give them a first down after they had them stopped. Another penalty hurts this team, and the Giants are marching down the field with the help of that penalty. They're down to the 15. It looks like it's going to be at the 17 or 18 yard line, and that is going to help this Giants team out a lot. Brantley Malden is back in the quarterback's position. 3 receivers out wide, trying to punch this ball into the end zone or at least get another first down. They are in the red zone for the first time today. Man in motion coming across the middle, and 11 will take the handoff. And he will get a couple yards. A.J. Taylor out of New Manchester High School will get 2 or 3 yards on that run. They're going to mark it as a gain of 3, so it will be 2nd and 7. As the clock ticks down under 9 minutes in this second quarter. It'll be a play action pass to number 80, and he gets taken down hard by number 15 of the General, Brent Silver from Gordon Central High School, with a big hit on number 80 out of East Paulding. Trent Jackson. So it will be 3rd and about 3 as they're trying to pick up this first down to keep this drive rolling. Looks out to his right, and he has a man, and it is going to be dropped by number 7. Great coverage. Jason Ledford almost had that catch, but it was good coverage by the Generals, keeping that ball out of the end zone. It will be a 4th and 3, and they will be going for it on this opening drive in the second quarter. With no points on the board for anyone yet, they are going for it at the 11-yard line. Looks out to his right, and he's getting pressured, and he throws it up, and it is going to be tipped and caught at the 1-yard line by number 80. Trent Jackson out of East Paulding with the circus catch off the tip ball and manages to keep this drive alive for the Giants. Keeps the concentration off of the tip on the ground, makes the catch, and this ball will be at the 1-yard line for the Giants. It's going to be a run to the outside, but he cannot get in, and he is met by a wall again of Generals defenders. They have not let that run game get going too fast today. That was number 11 on the carry. A.J. Taylor trying to make something happen and get in that end zone, but he could not, and it will be back to the 2-yard line for the Giants. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. And it looks like the Giants will take a timeout and talk this play over. There's 6 minutes and 52 seconds left in this second quarter. No score yet, but the Giants are right on the verge of punching this ball in for 6.
That fourth down when they made it,
after that timeout. The Giants are threatening at the 2-yard line on the far end zone. They are trying to punch this ball in. The sun is just setting behind the trees, and number 11 is trying to punch it out to the outside, and he will. He will get in the end zone. A.J. Taylor out of New Manchester High School will manage to get this ball in there on the second try and put 6 points on the board, the first points of the game for the Giants. Pending the extra point, the Giants are up 6-0 over the Generals. With a slow, methodical drive, the Giants managed to get the first points of the game, pinning the extra point by number 1, Sidney Ryan out of Hiram High School. They could make it 7. And on for the kick. Good snap, good kick, and it is up the middle. It is 7-0. The Giants are on top after no score through the first 2 and almost a half quarters, 1.5 quarters, right before the end, right before halfway point on the second quarter. The first points have been put on the board. So the Giants will kick off to the Generals, and the Generals will try and see if they can do exactly what the Giants just did and march the ball down the field with some help from some penalties and conversions on 4th downs and complete the touchdown drive that they need. So number 1, Sidney Ryan will kick it off. There are going to be 3 men back deep for the Generals. Number 20, Trayvon Branch. And the very deep man is number 23, it appears. So here is the kick after the Giants scored the first points of the game. It is down to the 20, and Trayvon Branch will pick it up, and he slips a little bit, and he gets to the outside, makes a man miss, tries to keep going, and he will get brought down at the 23, and there is a flag. It looks like it's going to be blocking in the back, so that is going to get brought back more. If that is what that is, the Generals will have some tough field position yet again. As the officials talk this over, we will see what it is. And it is going to be a block in the back on the Generals. So they are going to be brought back even farther on this return. So they will have very tough field position yet again as they try to start this third drive. They have punted once and had a turnover on downs, and that is all they had managed to do. They got to about the 30-yard line the last drive, but could not punch it in and were too far out through a field goal. So we will see if they can duplicate what they had going at the beginning of their last drive and make some plays out of this drive. And it is going to be a handoff to number 22 outside, tries to get on the left end. Number 22, Timothy Bowman out of Ridgeland High School, tries to get to the outside but is brought down by a group of Giants defenders waiting for him. So it will be 2nd down and 9 as that run got 1 yard. Jarrett Gill taking the snap. And there's going to be another handoff up the middle, 22. Timothy Bowman gets a few yards on that run, and it will be a 3rd and 4 is what the marker looks like. And a timeout will be taken by the Generals, and they will talk over this 3rd down. Crucial 3rd down, as they have not gotten much going yet this game. It is 5 minutes and a half left going in this quarter, in this half. The Giants have put up 7. The Generals have not put up anything so far. They got down to the 30 last drive, but could not manage to do anything with it. So they will have a 3rd down and 4 from the 18-yard line as the sun sets over the trees at Northcutt Stadium here in Marietta, Georgia. Temperatures are going to start dropping. They already have. It's going to get colder out here. It's down to 48. And it is just going to get colder from here. By the end of the game, it's going to be down to a low 40s. We will see if that affects the play style at all. It will certainly affect the field, and so it may make it a little more slippery. And we will just have to see as the 3rd down snap, and he's going to take it, and he's going to run into a wall of Giants, but he's going to try to fight out, but he will not get there. He will be taken down for about a 1-yard loss. And so it's going to be 4th down and 5 for the Giants, for the Generals. This will be their 2nd punt of the day. 1 man back at the 43-yard line, 42 for the Giants. It's a good snap, and he will slip as he's punting it. The field conditions coming into play yet again. He still manages to get that ball down to the 43-yard line, even with falling down. And so it will be a short field for the Giants, but we will see if they can capitalize on that. They capitalized last time around. They're looking to do it yet again on this drive. After that punt, there's just under 5 minutes left remaining in this half. Still 7-0, the Giants are up on top. The Giants are black, the Generals are white. If you were just joining with us, thank you for joining. And this is the Georgia Northwest Senior All-Star Bowl. Brantley Malden out of Paulding County is back at the quarterback position. He calls a timeout right before the play clock hits 0 to avoid the delay of game penalty. So after the punt, we will have a timeout. It will be a 1st and 10, and the Giants have 43 yards to go to try to put more points on the board before this first half ends. And coming out of this timeout, we will see if the Giants have drawn up anything special. One receiver out on the near side, one receiver out, 2 receivers out to the far side. Receiver in motion, and there's going to be a run out to the right side. The defender slips down, and he's got a wide open man. Number 11 spins out from the tackle, tries still up somehow. Gets brought down, holding on for dear life was number 42, the defender. So number 11, A.J. Taylor, again making big plays for this Giants offense. So it will be a first down and 10 to go at the 21-yard line for the Giants. It's a handoff to number 11, and he's going to make a few guys miss, and he's going to get out to the 13-yard line, maybe the 12 as he falls forward. That was to A.J. Taylor again as he's making another play for this offense. He was brought down by number 15 of the Generals, Brent Silvar, but it is just short of a first down. 9 yards on the carry. It will be another handoff to number 3 as he makes a miss, and he's got the end zone in front of him and makes another guy miss to get into the end zone. Number 3, Vanquez Wheeler out of New Manchester High School, puts more points up on the board for the Giants. It is now 13-0 with 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in this first half. Pending the extra point by number 1, Sidney Ryan. And he gets a good kick on, and it is good. It is 14-0. The Giants are on top, have looked in control this second quarter. After a scoreless first, they have managed to come out and put 2 quick touchdowns on the board with just less than 4 minutes left in this first half. So Sidney Ryan, the kicker for the Giants team, will be kicking it off. 3 guys deep. Number 17 is one of them for the Generals. Tucker Gregg, he's been fairly big in this game so far for the Generals, making quite a few plays. He is the deep man out of the 3, and we will see where this kick goes from Sidney Ryan. And it is going to be a low line drive kick, and is going to be up to the 15. Had some carry on it. Number 16 takes it up to the left side and tries to find something and gets hammered at the 25 by number 33 and 36 there on the tackle. 5 was there as well. 3 of the Giants defenders took down number 16. Preston Buck on the return. So the Generals will take over at the 26, trying to make something out of this drive with less than 4 minutes left to go in this first half. Trying to put some points on the board. They haven't been able to do it so far. Jarrett Gill as their quarterback, number 5. Puts a little dump off and gets hit hard. Number 14 actually takes the blunt of that one from number 17. Tucker Gregg. And it will be a first down and 10 as they are at the 37-yard line. The quarterback for the Generals takes the snap, looks to his left, and he gets hit again hard. Is that going to be a fumble or an incomplete pass? It is going to be called an incomplete pass. Martavius Harris out of Gordon Central tried to make the pass, but the receiver got hit hard after that play. And we will see what the flag is on. There's going to be a personal foul hit to the head for a defenseless receiver on the Giants, so they are going to get yardage out of this play anyway. It will be a 15-yard penalty. As they move the markers up It will be all the way at the 49-yard line, just past the 50, which certainly helps out the Generals off this long penalty.
That defender had them all teed up, though. That receiver had no chance.
And Martavius Harris takes the snap again, looks to his right, and he throws, slips as he throws, and the number 12 becomes the defender on that, trying to not allow the interception, and it looked like there may be a pass interference on number 12 for the Generals, Tanner Rayleigh. We will see for sure what this call is. It will be holding on the offense on Tanner Rayleigh. So it will be 10 yards back from the spot. So it will be first and 20 from the 41, presumably. As it will be first and 20 from the 41 and a half line. Maybe the 42. Two receivers out wide for both sides. 23 comes in motion. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, and a fumbled snap. Beach falls on it right as he slipped. That is another slip and another botched snap for this team. Martavius Harris has had some troubles at holding on to the ball so far this game. The Giants defense has played very well so far through the first half. They have a shutout going with 2 minutes and a half left. Martavius Harris hands it off to Tucker Gregg, who gets a good sized chunk of that yardage back. He will get it up to the 49 for the Generals. And so it will be a 3rd and long still. It's 3rd and 12 is what it will be marked as. 3rd and 13. Somewhere. Yeah, 3rd and 13 is what it will be marked as. 3rd and long nonetheless. 3 receivers split out wide. Martavius Harris takes the snap, looks to the left, rolls out that way, and he's getting pressured. He just throws it away, out, and hits the fence on the other side, just getting that ball away to avoid the sack. It will be 4th and 13 for the Generals. And they are coming on for their 3rd punt of the day. It will be punting it back from his 35-yard line is where the punter is currently. Back to receive is number 3 for the Giants, Vanquez Wheeler. At the 26-27 yard line. Gets a clean snap and a clean punt off. And he's going to take the punt, make a few people miss, get out of the way of his own player. And there are 2 flags down on the field. We will see what those are on. Tried to make a few men miss. Got about 5 yards, but we will see what these flags are. Block in the back on the return team is what it's going to be called. So it will be first down from back a ways. 1st and 10 from the 14-13 is where it'll officially be marked at. It is still 14-0 Giants. Generals have not managed to get much going on offense. But they do pin the Giants back deep here with a 1st and 10 on the 13-yard line. So the Giants will try to work with this field position and get down. They only have a minute and 15 seconds to do it. And they have 1 timeout remaining. Quick pass out to number 7. Makes a move, makes a man miss. Gets up to the middle and hits. Fumbled after the massive hit by number 14 on the Generals. It is going to be recovered by the Generals, and they will get the ball back at the 24. Number 1 and number 14 were in on that tackle. Number 1, Bryce Burgess of Daresville. A massive hit on that screen pass forces the fumble, and the Generals are now right outside of the red zone looking to score on this drive. They are still at 0 points, and they would love to put something on before the clock hits 0 for this first half.
Was that number 7 that got tackled? That hit?
Yeah.
He's being marked up.
And a handoff to number 17 slips at the 1-yard line, or at a 1-yard loss. There will be a minute left. Number 7, after that hit, is being looked at on the sideline, making sure he's okay. There's a timeout taken by the Generals. With exactly a minute left to go, they have a 2nd and 11. Yeah, it got very cold after that sun went down. It is down to 46 already. It will be a 2nd and 11 after that run. Number 5, Jarrett Gill, is in there for the Generals at quarterback. Looks to his right. He's got pressure, and he throws it up, and it is a jump ball, and he came down with it. The Generals player came down with it. Number 40 of the Generals, Drake Starks, somehow managed to go up and over that defender and get that catch. So Jarrett Gill comes into the game for the Generals and makes a great throw after the hit, and his receiver makes a very good play. And it's a handoff to number 17. He tries to run up the middle, and he will get to the 3-yard line. The pile is trying to push him forward, maybe to the 2, and it will be a timeout taken by the Generals. Tucker Gregg tries to push into the end zone, but does not quite make it. Has another 2 yards to go. Stopped at the 2 by number 70, Javarius Richardson of New Manchester High School. There is 36 seconds left in this first half. The Generals are looking to put their first points of the game on the board. They are down by 14 to the Giants. 14-0 so far. Both defenses have looked pretty good. The Generals have failed the last 2 drives, but they are looking very promising on this drive after the fumble recovery, and they're at the 2-yard line now, looking to punch it in. And again, Joshua Gill is lining up at the line. Jarrett Gill is lining up at the line. And it will be a handoff, and it will be a fumble recovered by Jarrett Gill. Thankfully for the Generals, he managed to fall on his own fumble, but the clock is ticking. It is down to 20 seconds. It is 3rd down from the 13. And it looks like there's going to be a flag possibly for on the defense. And it will be. It'll be encroachment on the defense. That'll get them 5 yards back off that play. And Jarrett Gill looks like he's limping off the field over there. But he is coming back out, wobbling just a little after that hit he took on the ground. Trying to punch it in from the 7-yard line. Third down for the offense. And it will be too many men on the field in the huddle for the offense. An illegal substitution on the offense, which will back them up again. So the 5 yards they got back, they will just lose again after that penalty. So they will be back at the 12-yard line. Still trying to punch that ball in for the first time today. At least get some points on the board. 15 seconds remaining. 2 plays possible at this point, if they can manage in that time. He's looking out to his left. He's got a receiver. Throws it up, and he has got it. Number 40, Drake Starks out of Ringgold High School, makes the catch over the defender, uses his height to his advantage, and catches that pass for the first Generals touchdown of the game. Number 99, Elder Morales, on to kick the extra point for the Generals. Clean snap. Slips as he kicks it, but it still goes through the uprights, and it will be 14-7 after, with 9 seconds left to go in the first half. And after that touchdown, the Generals will kick off to the Giants with just under 10 seconds left to go in this opening half.
Concession stand. You want anything?
Just like a water.
That's it.
Maybe like a burger.
Counting this or just...
And so on to kick from the 40-yard line will be number 99, Elder Morales, after he slipped on the extra point. Let's see if he can keep his footing better on this kick. But on the opening kick, he did also slip. The footing has been an issue for not only the skill players, like the running backs, but also for the kickers and everyone else. And that squib kick is going to take a weird bounce and hit him. But he's got an open field in front of him. If he can make 2 guys miss, there's 2 seconds left. 1 second. And he gets out of bounds just a little after the buzzer sounds, so there will not be any more plays in this game, or in this half. There's a bunch of pushing and shoving. Teams have to be separated down at the end of this half after a hard hit. There are no flags down, though, so we will go into halftime. 14-7, the Giants are up over the Generals.
My thoughts on it. Generals may get to contain number 11. Offensive line of both teams may create gaps as opposed to forcing the runners out, so they go straight as opposed to making cuts. Penalties on both sides.
Yeah, that's what I had done too. welcome back as we start to get this second half underway. If you are just now joining us, thank you very much for watching. I am Seth Bundy. And after that first half, we have got some keys for the second half in order for these teams to be successful. For the Giants, they need their offensive linemen to create gaps. So far, they have made their guys run to the outside. And that is why they need more north to south runs instead of east to west. Running down the lines isn't helping them gain yards. For the Generals, they need to contain number 11, A.J. Taylor, on the Giants. He has been a mess to handle with so far. And they also need to cut down on the penalties if they want to finish this game out strong and come back from down 7 and win this game. We are just about to get the third quarter underway. The Generals will receive the ball first. The Giants will be kicking off. Number 1, Sidney Ryan from Hiram High School. The kickoff, number 17, back for the Generals. Tucker Gregg has been all over the place for the Generals. And back for the kick. Fielded by the middle man, number 22, and he will get hit hard again at the 34. That has been one common thing in this game. There have been a lot of hard hits from both sides, causing a lot of fumbles that have been recovered by the same team for the most part, but there have been certainly a lot of big hits in this game so far. And the cold weather, as it is 46 and currently falling, is going to make traction harder. It's going to make the holding onto the ball harder, and hurt a lot more because of the cold weather. So we will see what the Generals can do if they have an offensive game plan out. Number 22 takes the first handoff of the second half right into a defensive lineman. Timothy Bowman on the carry. Nowhere to run for him. He will stay at the line of scrimmage, maybe a half yard. So it will be 2nd and 9 for the Generals. As Jarrett Gill comes back and gets the play call, 2 guys out to the right for the offense, 20 in motion, and he barely gets it off, but number 20 is taking it out to the outside, and he's got a lane, and he's got green grass in front of him, 1 guy to beat, and he will be brought down by number 2 of the defense, number 6 of the defense, saving a for sure touchdown. DeMarco Moore saving that touchdown, bringing him down at the 22-yard line. 18-yard line is where they're calling it after that long gain by the Generals. It is a very good sign for them at the start of this second half. They did not get anything going like this in the first half. This is the first big play that they've had all game. Jarrett Gill brings back his men, and 22 is back in the backfield. And it's another handoff to him up the middle, and he gets hit hard again at the 16-yard line is where they will mark it. Him and number 44 from the Giants, Genesis Coleman from East Paulding, meet right there at the 16 and just collide. So it was a 2-yard run, so it will be a 2nd and 8 for the Generals. One receiver out wide to both sides. I formation. And it is a play action. He gets him out. Just misses his fullback. Just a little long. Got from pressure from 23, who has the 2 peeling off his jersey, but nonetheless, Brenton Ballard from Paulding County High School puts pressure on Jarrett Gill and forces the long pass. So it will be 3rd down and 8 for the Generals, trying to get some more points on the board. They scored at the end of the first half, and they are trying to add to that score total. They're down by 7 currently to the Giants. And he steps back to pass, looks to his right, steps up, makes a throw to 22. Timothy Bowman, who just lets it go right through his hands and cannot corral the catch, so it will be a 4th and 8. And it looks like the offense is coming off the field, and they will be attempting a field goal. Will be about a 32-yarder. The first field goal attempted of the game. Number 99, Elder Morales, trying to put this through the uprights to make it 14-10, and he has the leg, and it is good right down the middle. It is 14-10. So after scoring on their last drive of the first half, the Generals come out and put 3 on the board at the first drive in the second half, and there is 9 minutes and 52 seconds left to go in the third quarter.
Impressive run on the outside that set this whole thing up.
The impressive run by number 22, Timothy Bowman, breaking a few tackles and getting a very large gain, set that drive up and set the field goal up to close the gap to 4 between these two teams. And Elder Morales will be on to kick off the ball after the field goal that he put right up the middle. 2 men back deep for the Giants. And it is going to be a nice kick back to the 5-yard line. And he's going to take it, and he is going to find an opening. Number 11 has one guy to beat, and the kicker, number 22, is trying to come over. 99 just has to outrun him, and he will get dragged down at the 15. There was a flag on the play at the very end. No flags back in the back. Number 11, A.J. Taylor, yet again. The Generals have not found a way to stop him either, whether it's on running the ball or passing or like you just saw on a return. And we will see what this last penalty is called, whether it adds or takes away from that run. And it will be a face mask to tack on to the end of the run. So the Giants starting this half with excellent field position on their first drive. Half the distance to the goal. And it will be at about the 7-yard line for the Giants. The quarterback in there for them is number 15, John Michael Estes from East Paulding High School. They are in great position to start this drive off, and number 11, A.J. Taylor, will take it again. He gets maybe a yard on that play. Generals managing to stop the run there by A.J. Taylor. So it will be 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. A.J. Taylor still in the backfield. And it'll be a play action looking to the left. He's got a man from East Paulding, but he will be brought down at the 6-yard line. That was Trent Jackson that John Michael Estes hit, but it will not be for a gain. And it will be 3rd and goal from the 6. If the Generals can hold them to at least a field goal on this drive, that is a big statement from their defense as they started at the 7-yard line. Coming out with an interesting formation. Everybody right on the middle. Handoff to number 3. Low snap, but he manages to get it off, and he will not get into the end zone. He will be stopped at the 4-yard line. That was number 3, Vanquez Wheeler out of New Manchester High School. Gets about 2 on the carry, but it will be 4th down at the 4, and we will see what they decide to do. They have had success on these 4th downs so far. They've converted numerous times, and they are going for it again. A 4th and 4. The Generals need to keep them out right here, and they have some late guys off the substitution, and they will call a timeout to avoid the penalty. And think about this play as they go over. It'll be a 4th and 4. 4th and 4 to go from the 4th and goal to go from the 4. With 7 minutes and 51 seconds left, the Giants are up right now 14-10, and they are trying to put more points on the board with a touchdown here. They started this drive after a long return by A.J. Taylor, who has been a nuisance for this defense, for this Generals defense to handle all day. He brought it down to the 15 after a penalty, took it down to the 7. They have gotten 3 yards on 3 plays, and they need trying to punch it in here from the 4. We will see they come out with that formation again. Everybody on the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be a handoff again. He's trying to get to the outside, and he will not get there. He will be stopped at the 1-yard line. So the Generals come up with a stop. They started at the 7 and could not punch it in. That is a big statement from the Generals defense. They are backed up deep, but they did keep the score still at 14-10. So they will start this drive from their 4-yard line, from their 1-yard line. And they will be down 4 starting this drive. Jarrett Gill is still in there at quarterback for the Generals. 2 guys out wide both sides. 1 guy out wide both sides. And it is still, that is a safety right there. Tucker Gregg does not get out of the end zone. And there will be a safety on that play. A big hit at the line of scrimmage just barely keeps him from getting out of the end zone. And so it will be 16-10 after that play. The Giants are now up by 6 and will get the ball after that safety. With 7 minutes and 41 seconds remaining in this third quarter, it is 16-10. The Giants are winning. And after the safety, they will be kicking off from their 20-yard line, hoping to get this ball as far down as they can. Number 99, Elder Morales from Treon High School is trying to punt, trying to boot this ball down as far as he can. The furthest men back for the Giants are at the 35. 2 guys deep, and we will see where this kick goes. And it is a nice kick. It's a low line drive. People slipping out there. And he gets out open again. And who else than number 11? And he tries to get down by the shoulder. And he takes another one back inside the 20-yard line. That is 2 straight returns for him. And who else than A.J. Taylor out of New Manchester High School? He has not been able to have been stopped in this game by the Generals defense. But there is a flag back at the 51-yard line. Yeah, that's not a thing. 49-yard line. And it is clipping on the defense, on the return team, it looks like. Low block, below the knees. So, after that long return, the Giants are going to be back at the 34, 33-yard line. Looks like it's going to be marked at the 34 after that penalty. So the Giants will have a little bit farther to go than they originally thought. Low snap, handed off to number 3. He will get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, and other than that, he's not going to get much. Vanquez Wheeler on the carry. They're going to mark it as a gain of 1. The ball is spotted on the 35. They need to get to the 44. 2nd and 9. For this Giants team. John Michael Estes is back there at quarterback for the Giants. Takes a play action. He's looking long. He's got number 7 who makes the catch and slides down. Jason Ledford out of Paulding County High School makes the catch. He's been targeted several times tonight. Manages to come up with this one and then slides down at the 44-yard line. They're going to hurry up on this possession. It'll be a play action pass again. He's looking to the left again, this time to number 4, and it will be picked off. But they're saying he was out of bounds. It looked like he got a foot in, but they are saying he was out of bounds, so it will be an incomplete pass. Very risky throw. Great coverage by the defense. Getting pressure on him as he was throwing it. Threw it up, tried to let his receiver get it, and almost picked off by the defense. Instead, it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Giants. Now they will back it up to the 49. First and 15. There was a penalty on that play on the offense. There's a handoff to number 11. Makes a few men miss. And he manages to get to the 45-yard line. Number 11, A.J. Taylor. He's been all over the field today. Managed to put the Giants in the lead in this game and helped them keep it so far. 16-10, just over halfway in this third quarter. And it is a handoff to the left side, and he will keep going. There's a flag on the play, but if it stands, he will go 2 yards and get to the 43, but there is a flag down on the play. And it will be a personal foul on the offense, on the Giants, and it'll be 2nd down and long way to go. Looks like a face mask penalty on the offense. So it will be 2nd and a long way to go for this first down. We will see what they come out with on this 2nd and 22. Trying to get some of that yardage back. 2 wide receivers out, split out to both sides. Screen pass to the right. and he will get a few yards down to the 43. Not much on that, maybe 4. And so it will be third, and about 20 still. So it's still a very long third down. So on this third down, we will see what they can come up with to try to get the first down across midfield. He's looking out to his left. He's got a man wide open, but he is not past the first down, not back to the line of scrimmage originally. So he got to the 50, 49, 50-yard line is where that is marked. And so it will be 4th and 16 after that play. So the Giants will be back to punt. And yet again, the Generals have managed to come up with a stop against this Giants offense. Penalties definitely helped the Generals on that drive as the Giants got pushed back to a massive second and third down. And we will see what happens on this punt. 2 men back deep. It is a low punt. It'll hop a couple times and it'll come down at the 19 where it will be downed by number 23 on the Giants. Britton Ballard is the one to down that ball. So the Generals will try to get something going on this drive. It's from the 19 is where they are starting. They are currently down by 6, trying to get something going on offense. They've scored a field goal at the opening drive of this quarter. Scored a touchdown at the end of the first half. Other than that, they have not had much luck. And the first play will be a handoff to number 17, and he will make a couple guys miss, and he will get Keith still going, running through tackles to the 45. Tucker Gregg makes several guys miss and gets a big gain on the first play of the drive. That is exactly what I meant by north to south running. He turned upfield as soon as he could and didn't run sideline to sideline. He got a good gain out of that play, and the offensive line was blocked very well, and that is what they have to do to be successful on this drive. And again, they get 4 yards, but he still powers, and he will be stopped at about the 50. 5-yard run on the play. Tucker Gregg has definitely been an asset to the Generals team this game. So it will be 2nd and about 5 from the 50-yard line. Number 22 is back in the backfield, replacing Tucker Gregg. And he will take the handoff, and he tries to get outside, but he is not getting anywhere on that play. Timothy Bowman is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And it will be 3rd and 6 after that loss of 1 yard. They are trying to keep this drive alive. Down by 6 with less than 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Really want to put up some points right here. Looking to the left, he's got a man in tight coverage, but he manages to not catch it. And there is a flag. Tight coverage on number 40. still managed to almost get that in there. Drake Starks almost came up with it, but the flag on the play is going to be pass interference on the defense, so it will not matter. It'll be a first down for the Generals. Even though he dropped the pass interference will get them to the 36-yard line and will keep this drive alive. Again, the Giants have had many costly penalties so far this game that have kept the Generals in it. And here's another snap, a little low, but he manages to pick it up, and number 22 will get stopped at about the 33 is where it is going to be marked. So it will be second down and 8 from the 33-yard line. They need to get to the 30. They need to get to the 26. 26, 25, somewhere around there. They need to get to there for the first down, and Tucker Gregg is back out on the field. See if he goes to him. No, he will be a blocker this play, but he's got a man out left, and he just overthrows him. He had his man in the end zone. He was a good 2 steps in front of the defender, but couldn't complete that pass to Drake Starks. So we will see what they have on this third down to try to pick it up with less than a minute to go in the third quarter. Trying to at least tie it up, down by 6. Looking for the, and he gets stepped back in, and he will be stopped at the 35-yard line, back sacked by the Giants defense. They just collapsed the pocket on him, and he had nowhere to go. So it will be a 4th and 10, 4th and 9 for the Generals. At this point, it would be a 52-yard field goal, which is a pretty long field goal, and they will let the clock run down. So we will go to the fourth quarter, and we will see if the Generals can come back or if the Giants can hold on to the 6-point lead that they currently have. We will see what the Generals do on this 4th down. So I'll put it right there.
So I wish I could do this right from here. The controller and monitor, like that, split the monitor off again. I can just...
It'd be nice. And we are back in this 4th quarter. The Generals have a 4th down and 9. They're going for it. And the quarterback is scrambling out to the right. He's looking for a man open. He doesn't have one, but he tries to force a pass in. It will be caught, but it's going to be about a yard short. Didn't have a man past the line. Tried to get it in there to number 27. He caught it, but falling forward. So he will be short by 1 yard, down to the 27-yard line. And that is where the Giants will take over on offense, trying to add to their lead. Number 17, Brantley Malden from Paulding County, is back in the backfield, and he hands it off to number 11, AJ Taylor. Been all over the field today and still causing trouble for this Generals defense. So it will be second down and about 2, and it is a handoff again to AJ Taylor, and he gets to the outside and he makes a man miss and just keeps his feet going and plows through to about the 44-yard line. He is wanting the ball as much as he can get it for sure. And why not when you're running all over this field like he is?
For his last high school football game. These guys will be the last game they play.
And it'll be rolling out to the right side. He's looking for a man. He's got a man. Falls down at the 48 after the catch. It'll be 2nd and 1. After that 9-yard reception. It'll be 2nd and 2 is what it looks like the spot was. So Brantley Malden is back in the backfield. Takes the snap and hands it off to number 3, Vanquez Wheeler for the Giants. It is a loss of 1 is what it appears to be. So the Giants will have a 3rd and 2. Got back to the line of scrimmage is what they're saying. So it will be a 3rd and 2. The Generals are flailing to get off the field, and they had, and 33 was not off the field yet. But it does not matter because he manages to get to the 41. AJ Taylor again, and his last high school game is going off on the Generals defense. We will see what the flag was. And it will be face mask on the Generals, so at 15 yards to that play, and the Giants will have their first down after that run by A.J. Taylor out of New Manchester High School. It will be 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line for the Giants. A.J. Taylor is in the backfield along with Brantley Malden at quarterback. And it will be a handoff to him, and he's trying to get to the outside, and he makes a man miss and cuts back across the middle and gets to the 23 and dives forward, trying to get an extra yard out of that. And he is fighting for every yard that he has gotten this game. So it would be 2nd and about 9, I think, where the spot is. 2nd and 8 for the Giants. Vanquez Wheeler has come in for A.J. Taylor. And it is a play action pass across the middle, number 5, but it looks like it could have been tipped. And behind him, nonetheless, it will be 3rd down and 8. The attempted receiver was Ashton Dixon out of East Paulding, but he could not come up with the catch. So it will be a 3rd down from their 24-yard line. Trying to pick up the first here with under 10 minutes to go and a 6-point lead. Looking out to his left, back to the right, throws a pass over the middle of the field and just too high for number 10 to come down with. There is a penalty on the far side, awaiting to see what this call will be. If the play stands, it is a 4th and 8. it looks like it is going to be a legal substitution on the Giants, but it will be declined, and it's going to be 4th and 8, or legal formation on the Giants. Declined, 4th and 8. They are going for it. It's a long field goal. It would be about a 44-yard field goal for the Giants. And it's too short to punt, so they're going to go for it on this 4th quarter drive. And he's gotten pressure, and he gets sacked hard by number 22 for the Generals. Timothy Bowman has been both on offense and defense making plays. And there is some little bit of talking between the two teams after that hit. But the Generals will take over on offense with less than 9 minutes to go. Down by 6. Oh, yeah, it did. Must have been a penalty on the Generals on the play. But he throws it, and it's picked off in the end zone. And the crowd is very happy about that. Number 1 for the Generals, Bryce Burgess out of Adairsville High School, picks that ball off in the end zone, so it will be a touchback at the 20-yard line for the Generals. So we thought the Generals were going to have the ball, but one play in, they have the ball now after all of that confusion. So the Generals will start from the 20-yard line. Have 8 minutes and 52 seconds to go, trying to work their way down the field and put some points on the board. And it'll be a fumbled snap, high snap, tries to get the handoff off, but it is too late, and he will try to run as much as he can, gets about a yard out of it, and that is all for Jarrett Gill out of Treon High School. And he appears to be injured on the play. So number 6, Martavius Harris, will come on for Jarrett Gill. And it is a handoff to number 17, and it will go nowhere as they get back to the original line of scrimmage, and it will be a loss of 2 on the play, so they will be at the 20-yard line. Tucker Gregg went backwards on that run. The play clock is now, the play time left is now under 8 minutes. It is a long third down, 3rd and 10 for this Generals team, and they need to put some points on the board, down by 6. And he is going for a long pass, and it is just out of the reach of number 40. Looking for a pass interference call, but there is none called. Trying to target number 40, Drake Starks, on the throw, but just out of his reach. And so it will be a 4th and 10 for this Generals offense. One guy deep for the Giants, and he is back at the 42. And the punt is off, and it is not going far at all. It is going to bounce back at the 25, be picked up at the 23, and it'll get run back to the 18, 17-yard line, around there. definitely not a good punt. Went backwards at the end of everything. So the Giants will have the ball at the 16-yard line is where the final spot is. These punts have been fairly short today for the most part, and that could be attributed to the fact that the ground is more slippery than they're used to, and they are taking one step and kicking and not getting their normal momentum going forward as they are punting the ball. It has happened several times today where it has been a very short punt, and that could be the reason. It'll be 2nd and 8 from the 16, and he will manage to spin out from the 14, and he will get back to the 14, and that is about it. Number 3, Vanquez Wheeler gets nothing on that run. Number 11, A.J. Taylor is back in on offense, though. We will see if they choose to go to him or go somewhere else on this 3rd and 8. Trying to get in the end zone, or at least a first down on this play. A.J. Taylor swings out wide, but he's going to number 7, and it is picked off again for the 2nd time in the red zone, back to back. They have been picked off. This one will be returned back to the 25. 2 times in a row, the Giants have been in the red zone, and the Generals have managed to get an interception off of their red zone appearance. So the Generals have yet another chance to take the ball down the field, starting at the 26-yard line. That pass was attempted for number 28 on the Giants. There is a flag on the near side, but we were trying to see what it is going to be on. And it is going to be on the Generals. But it looks like it was after the interception, so as they will get pushed back, they will still have the ball. So they will start this drive from a we will see where the spot is. From the 10-yard line, it appears. Still going back. It'll be at the 12-yard line, it looks like, where this ball will be spotted. They have 88 yards to go after that costly unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the play. Just under 6 minutes to march down the field. Plenty of time. The toss was almost picked off by the Giants, and it was sniffed out perfectly a little bit later, and that was a touchdown for the Giants. But it was instead a loss of about 5 yards. It will be 2nd and 15 for the Generals. A lot to gain here, and that is what they have done several times this game. On the first down, they have gotten themselves in a hole and had to dig themselves out of it. It is down to 40 degrees outside. The temperature is playing a factor in this game. Down to 1 second on the play clock. Barely managed to get it off. He's got a play and an open and a massive hit delivered on number 23, but he holds on to the ball for the first down. After that hit, Malachi Lovelace from Armurchie High School manages to hold on to that ball after the massive hit delivered on him across the middle of the field. So they have a first down at the 24-yard line. They dug themselves out of that long second, and they are trying to keep that pace going, not trying to get back down under this one, and they will. It is another handoff outside, and he gets dropped immediately. Number 23 on the Generals, Amalekai Lovelace, gets dropped after that completion immediately by number 58 of the Giants, Hunter Tillman from East Paulding High School. It is currently under 4 minutes to go. It is a 6-point game in this fourth quarter. And it is he runs back and gets the pass off, barely manages to make a catch on that ball, and gets back to the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage. So it will be a 3rd and 10. The clock is ticking down to 3 minutes as we approach the end of this game. The Generals are trying to make something happen. It is 3rd and 10. You got to think this is 4-down territory at this point with 3 minutes left to go in the game. Steps back in the pocket. He's looking to his left. He's got to scramble out. He's got a lane. He's got some running room, and he will go. And he gets the first down and gets out of bounds. Very smart move by number 6, Martavius Harris, out of Gordon Central High School for the Generals. Gets the first down and gets out of bounds to stop the clock and not taking a big hit, as Jarrett Gill already went down injured in this game for the Generals. So it will be 30 at the 36-yard line. It is 1st and 10. They will try to keep marching down the field. They're just under 3 minutes. Trying to put a touchdown, put the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. And it will be a delay of game on the offense. So they will be backed up 5 yards. It'll be a 1st and 15 for the Generals, backing themselves up in this already difficult situation. Their penalties are going to kill them on offense. So they start this drive at the 30. They start this set of plays at the 31 instead. It is 1st and 15. Got to get to the 46 for a first down. Again, backing themselves into a hole. Let's see if they can dig themselves out of it this time. Down to 5 seconds again. Manages to get it off. Looks to the right. He's got pressure. Manages to escape and got a man and just overthrows number 23 on the Generals. Almost had a 6-7 yard reception, but overthrew him. And so it will be 2nd and 15 from the 30-yard line. Two minutes and 51 seconds left to go in this hard-fought football game. There has been a lot of after-the-play pushing and shoving from both teams, both giving it all they've got. It has been a good game so far. The Generals are trying to march down and score on this drive with less than 3 minutes to go in the game. Martavius Harris is back, looks to his left. Pressure again, and he takes off running, and he slides down at the 37, 38 to avoid the hit. Smartly taking that, and it will be down at the 38 officially. So it will be 3rd and 7 on the play. Trying to pick up this first down. Again, probably 4th down territory from him, as the clock is about to hit 2 minutes left in the game. Looks to his right where he's got 3 receivers. He slips and falls down the grass, becoming an issue yet again as it drops. The ground is getting harder, and it is slippery as it is. It is down to 40 degrees, and it will be 4th and long, and they are going to punt the ball as they do have 3 timeouts left. They're trying to get the punt off quickly. And a short punt. It'll be fielded by number 1. He's got some space. Number 17 lays the hammer down off a block, but does catch up to him. But he still gets a long gain. Number 1, and there is a fight going on the far